Howdy folks, it's Joe from A Spot of Joe and you're watching my vlog. Today I'm going to give you an update on the video for my DIY channel as well as some of the things I've been doing and one of the quandaries I find myself in. So today I checked out this guy, which is the equipment bag I created yesterday, well 2 days ago, and yesterday I wanted to edit it, but every time I tried, the program crashed, and I realized it was because I used a camera that recorded in 4K. I specifically recorded in 4K so I could zoom in on different spots without it losing resolution compared to a 1080p screen, of course. I'd be able to zoom in on a whole quarter of the screen and have it still be 1920 by 1080 resolution. But unfortunately, my computer was not able to handle 4K. And it crashed consistently and quickly every time I tried. So what I've been doing for the past day or so is exporting the footage to 1080p. First, I reported with a GoPro, so I reduced the fisheye with a filter, and then I exported it to 1080p. And now the second to last clip is exporting right now, but that takes hours. I don't have the money to get a new computer now, but at one point I will make sure that happens. And make sure that happens, getting a new computer. It's just not happening right now. Let me see if I can undo this. Oh yeah, see, like this one, it's still encoding and it's been stuck at 100% for a while. Now what that means is that it creates a bunch of other files and then has this one container file, and it has to siphon all the data from those rendering files, usually like 2 or 3 files, siphon it into the final video file, and then once all that data is in the video file, it's like in parts, then it'll be done. So like it's all encoded. Those 3 files I created, is just siphoning is taking a while, probably because it's on an external hard drive with 100 megabits per second max. It can't really go, it's not like an SSD that's inside, so it's not as quick. And B, well, it's probably a lot of data, probably several gigabytes, because it's like 30 minutes of 4K, so that's probably like, I don't know, like 20-30 gigabytes or so. Well, it was 4K, now it's 1080p, so like it's probably more like, I don't know, 9-10 gigabytes, maybe 20. So that's that. That's why it's not up yet, even though it's 4:32. I haven't even edited it yet. It's frustrating. I'll get it done before tonight, most likely, and if not tonight, then tomorrow. Tomorrow's my rest day usually, but I want to get this video up because I promised myself 2 videos a week. Which also brings me to the point of traveling. So traveling, I had this trip to Colombia, and this trip to Colombia, in addition to Peru and Ecuador, and then Lithuania, where I had the retreat with my mentor, that was going to be, for enjoyment's sake, because I had gotten it for Project Unchained, and then now Project Unchained is not here anymore. I wasn't doing it for the right reasons. It wasn't close to my purpose. I didn't choose. I mean, I chose it, but then I didn't feel attached to the outcome. The outcome of that being teaching people to travel. I didn't feel like that was important enough for me to commit to. It didn't seem like I was really helping the world, teaching them to travel, because I realized that there's a commitment to society that you have to have in order to help. If you're just distracting yourself by traveling from place to place to place, I don't think it really helps you. You can use it to enrich yourself, and then to come back and give that to your society, to your culture. But I also feel like I need to do some work on myself, and I need to do some work on my finances. And I haven't done that for myself. And I can definitely travel, and definitely will, travel for like a month at a time, or like 2 months at a time. That's something that I'm happy to do. But at the same time, I see that traveling for me at this point in my life, when my finances are the way they are, and Colombia is not going to go away, neither were Ecuador or Peru. Those places are not going to go away. I feel like it's not right for me to travel at this point in time. I needed to prioritize. So my plan right now. I'm working on it, and I'll tell you more once I have more solid details. But it won't be forever, and it won't. And traveling's still on the table, but it's not my priority right now, because I want my future to be bright, and I want my future to include, safety and the familiarity and the ability to to reasonably believe that tomorrow I'll have enough money to feed myself. And unfortunately, now I'm in debt and I don't have any credit card leeway left, and it's a hard position to be in. I'm comfortable because I know I'm resourceful enough to feed myself, and I'm taking action to change my situation. But there are some things that need to change in my life for me to be able to create a life that I'm comfortable with. And yes, I need to push my comfort zones at some level, but I also believe that the rampant growth of some modes of thinking, because I'm around a lot of entrepreneurs and self-help, junkies, and I used to be a self-help junkie, and when at a certain point you do need ambition to help, to start investing in yourself. But I also feel like at a certain point, when you invest in yourself so much that you're neglecting other parts of yourself, it really speaks to a deeper issue, which is you don't feel like you're comfortable in your own skin. I know for myself, I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I didn't feel like I was enough. I felt very perfectionistic, and there are reasons for that I've been working through and continue to work through. And it's important for me to really just hunker down and appreciate the fact that I am enough as I am. I'm valuable. I'm not necessarily enough in a worldly sense. I'm valuable as I am as a human being, and I can and should improve every day and work on my flaws, etc. Become a better person. As Jordan Peterson says, push yourself against the world and you become crystallized like a gem. Be able to cut and be effective at the world, and that's something that I've I feel is definitely necessary for me to do. I just need to understand that I am inherently valuable as I am, and nothing that I do that to change my situation. Nothing that I do to change my situation is for self-shame, and I feel like shaming myself in a way that doesn't help me and that causes permanent damage, like the perfectionism has done. My own self-perfectionism has done that. It's hurt me in the long run because it might get me to do some initial stuff, but then over time I get shamed and I get frustrated and angry, and I tend to self-sabotage because I'm angry at myself for shaming myself into action. So that's just a little bit of my updates, and you can use that to give yourself some awareness. I hope it does. Subscribe if you like my vlogs. I do this every day but Saturday, and I also some vlogs, and then DIY channel, and then the most recent video on my blog. So wish you guys the best. Cheers.